So right here where these logs are is one side of where the Dutch barn would be going. If you can see the salt box back over there, the barn will be about maybe 25 feet. One corner of it will be about 25 feet from the corner of the salt box house. And the opening door will be facing down in that direction. So the plan would be to have essentially a large enough space here, and you can see it, there's some logs and wood down here, a large enough space here where we could have this approximately 40 square foot footprint to, and the barn is tall, it's like 21 feet or better into the air. It's really only a little bit taller than the house, and the plan would be to have it here. The thing is, we've discovered some paint down over there and behind you, behind the logs over there. So Ford has to do all the extraction this year in 2015 before we can even talk about the barn. As they're leaving, these logs will be gone, and part of what we have Ford doing is giving us the footprint. They're going to excavate the footprint for the building. So actually the first step toward building the barn will be the open footprint that, since Ford has the machinery here, they will leave us. And then the next step will be pouring the concrete for a slab that will go into the ground, and footings that will go into the ground, so we can build the barn from that point up. Given that idea, I think the soonest we'd be working on the barn would be perhaps sometime in the middle of 2016 now. We had all sorts of ideas of doing it sooner, but OU2 takes precedence, so we really need to focus on getting this area clean and making it safe. The barn has come to us as a result of the work of George Terrell, who was an old building restorer. He's done a number of Dutch barns and old buildings, particularly barns though, in North Jersey, in Saddle River, in Rockland County, over in Congress Lake. There's one that he has done that you can go and see. There's one down in Saddle River, not too far from the Saddle River Library. And Christopher St. Lawrence, in negotiating with the Historical Society, managed to secure the timbers for this barn from a project that George dismantled, a barn that he saved back in 95, just a couple of years before my students and I took the original salt box down. So when we get the barn up, we would definitely have a little plaque somewhere that this was one of the George Terrell projects, because he was a magnificent woodworker and did amazing restoration work on these old buildings. I'm afraid ours won't look quite as authentic as his, because we don't have the original siding that some of his buildings have. And we are going to put ours towards a more contemporary purpose because of the lab that we want to put in the bathroom. But it'll still look like a Dutch barn, pretty much complementary to the salt box house over there. And that's the plan here for the Environmental Resource Center.